We just signaled this boy all the way from like 20 bucks a coin, 22 bucks a coin. It just hit 32 bucks today. So we're chilling. Let me show you how this technical analysis works.
There's just 1% I want and she don't see me like it normal. I done keep it going with your friends, I can't be normal. She made me feel like the good I don't need a promo.
Yo, what up, Easy Loot? So over the last few months, people have asked us if we use a scanner to find our plays or how we scan the market to find the plays. Today, I think you're going to greatly benefit from this basic intro into reading levels using technical analysis. So I'm going to walk you through a few basic tasks when first getting started with technical analysis or charting. Our mission by the end of this video is to be able to find strong levels of support and resistance simply by finding them on larger time frames. I will also introduce the easy way to find channels briefly. So this method of technical analysis is accurate on almost every asset traded to date. Let's get right into it. I'm going to be charting two different assets in this example, starting with the Binance coin and then the SPY index. As you can see with this signal right there, we just signaled this boy all the way from like 20 bucks a coin, 22 bucks a coin. It just hit 32 bucks today. So we're chilling. Let me show you how this technical analysis works. So right off the bat, if you are not signed up with TradingView already, you're going to want to do that right now, or at least find another competing charting company. But I'd personally stick with TradingView. If you haven't signed up, do that quickly with the first link in the description. You can get familiar with TradingView simply by playing with its user interface. It's very familiar to use. You're going to get pretty used to it pretty quick. Personally, I love it. It's a great platform. So to start on TradingView, simply click chart. Next, all you want to do is type in the symbol of the asset you want to trade. So in this case, I want to trade Binance coin to US dollar token. So looking at this chart, this is that signal that we just previously looked over. We caught the bottom out on a big level. So once your chart is empty in front of you, some of you probably wonder what time frame you want to use. Pretty much you're going to be using all of them if done correctly. So starting off, we're going to start on higher time frames. We're going to start on the weekly level. Basically, we want to understand that the strength of levels usually gets stronger as you chart on higher time frames. So let's pull up the weekly. Next, we're going to be looking for two things. Hold up real quick. Let me clear the chart. All right, so right off the bat, we're going to be looking for two things. We're going to be looking for swing highs and swing lows. As you practice charting, you need to accept the fact that you might be wrong with some points. And when you are wrong, you need to be ready to correct yourself and educate yourself on why your analysis didn't work. It's all part of learning. So right off the bat, we're going to be looking for these swing highs. You can clearly see that this is a swing high right there. This is a swing high right up here. And this is a swing high possibly right here. So you can see that these levels kind of do fall in place. They're a little bit edgy, but we can play with them. Next, we're going to look for a few swing lows. So right off the bat, there's a few that catch my eye. There's this wick right here that actually held as resistance prior to this breakout. Looks like there's going to be another one like right in here, because right after it lost that, it fell off pretty hard right there. And it kind of did hold over here. These levels aren't very accurate, but you can kind of see how they line up right there. But moving forward, yeah, these are how you find your levels on the weekly chart. The next step would be to go over to the daily chart or the 4-hour chart and just confirm some of these levels. If they don't line up correctly, just play with them a little bit so they do. A good example of that would be this level right here. We can see that it doesn't touch right here, and it is a little bit below this swing high right there. So we're going to go ahead and edit that right there. We can see that this acted as a perfect trend line as it tested it, came back down and broke through it. That's how trend lines work. It did it several times right there. Test, 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 and break through. Again, big levels on the weeklies. They typically don't get broken right off the bat. But other than that, like even right here, we can see that this had to test it and came back down and then pumped. So more than likely, you're going to see a test before the breakout. So always keep that in mind. And that's how you kind of use these weekly levels to confirm your entry and exit points. Let's head over on the 4-hour chart real quick and just confirm these levels to the T. We can see here that these are pretty damn accurate levels. And just in the last week, this was our entrance. We bought the bottom out of this. We waited for the bottom out and a head and shoulders appeared. We signaled this in the chat and everyone should have bought in. We signaled literally right there and then it just took off. So that's how levels work. That wasn't like a guess buy or anything like that. It literally just bounced off a weekly level. So again, that's how we use these levels. Let me run through this process real quick with you on the SPY index just to show you how it's done without the talking in between. So I'm going to move quickly. Enjoy this music.
Yeah, there's just 1% I want and she don't see me like it normal. I done keep it going with your friends, I can't be normal. She made me feel like the good I don't need a promo. Missing and feel like I'm missing out cause I got formal. Harder when we going out, so shawty show more. We done both fell in love with the cash and we want more though. Life is a bitch and the stripping name karma, I know. I'm trying to turn up the bass.
You can see that after about 5 minutes of finding these trend lines, we can now say that our levels are to the T. It's pretty easy to do, guys. This is really the first step to charting and learning technical analysis, because once you knock this out, it's all about learning the patterns, learning the patterns and recognizing all these different market movements. This is the hard part, but once you get this down, it's a piece of cake. There's a lot more that falls into all of this than just drawing simple lines, but this is definitely a great start. Once you get this down, I'd say your next step is to practice recognizing these trading patterns. Just like support and resistance, trading patterns can be charted on every single time frame. Alright, so basically moving forward from that, all you need to do is just wait for the market to confirm those levels and act accordingly. So if we saw it break out, we would buy it. If we saw it lose a level, we would think to short it. Well, easyloot, that is how we find plays and scan the market inside of easyloot. We don't use the stock scanner, we don't listen to news, we listen to ourselves and trust our own technical analysis. So start being your own scanner with this method. Your next step should be to build a watch list on TradingView. This watch list is going to allow you to quickly scan the market, practicing drawing those levels out and potentially finding a winning setup. So to do that, you can quickly make a new watch list right up here in the top right corner, create new list. I hope you guys like this video. Subscribe for future education and our weekly watch list where we signal some pretty crazy plays consistently. Stay tuned for that crypto and stock option weekly watch list tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern. Stay focused on the long-term game, guys. The market's going to try to shake us out, but we got to stay determined and the money's going to come to us. Bless up, easyloot. I'll catch you guys later.
There's just 1% I want and she don't see me like that normal. I done keep it cool when with your friends, I can't be normal. She made me feel like the good, I don't need that prom.